Surprise! And we're back. So I know we said we weren't going to do another Friday live, but that was just an early April Fool's joke. Because here we are on another live just for you. I hope everyone had a good Friday. I hope everyone had a good week. The weekend is here. I hope y'all are celebrating. This live is one of our support lives. First and foremost, I am Mocha. I'm joined with Lee. Kim will be joining us shortly. We've been having some technical difficulties. And today I want to start off. I know a lot of you are still coming in, and while we're waiting for Kim, who has stuff to say to you, I want, if you're in here, to comment something you'd like for us to talk about. There's Kim.
Kinda, but not really. Not really.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Amanda. I'm so glad that we did this too, because we were going to stop them, And then everybody's like, no, don't stop them.
I know, I was going to go out tonight.
You can still go out tonight. We never even got to the club till 10:30.
Well, the one I was going to go to is an hour and a half away, so that's out of the picture.
Didn't used to. Well.
So this live better be good.
Okay, well, since you're in charge.
You decided to have the live, so it's all you. The floor is all yours.
Okay. Well, today, what I wanted... Hello. We are the Rainbow Support Group. Did you do that part?
Almost, yes.
Almost.
I introduced me and Lee.
Okay. And
I said you were AWOL.
Yes, and no, I'm trapped. My computer is dead.
You're Kim and Mocha.
Well, that was from the other day. Okay, we can't help that. We're the Rainbow Support Group based out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. We are an LGBT support group, and of course, our lovely allies. You can find us at www.rainbowsupportgroupsc.org. The .com is going away within the next, I think, 4 weeks. So if you do the .com, it's going to tell you don't go anywhere. So make sure that you're going to .org, because that's what our permanent is going to be. Also, I found on Facebook Messenger a message from 2 weeks ago that just now showed up. The Rainbow can't answer a call 2 weeks late. Please utilize, and I need to put the banner on there. Oh, look, I'm on the wrong thing. Hang on. You need to make sure, hang on, I'm scrolling, that if you need to reach us, the best way to reach us, if it's something important, is through our email, which I know is on here because I saw it. There it is. Okay, that is the best way to get in touch with us. That doesn't get lost, and Mark Zuckerberg isn't in charge of that part. Okay, everything attached to Facebook, there can be a delay. There can be, and I don't want anybody to wait for us. Please use the email if you need to contact us directly. So I wanted to talk about that, number one. That was very important to me today. I had gotten in touch with somebody and I felt so horrible because it was 2 weeks ago. And apparently he has moved up to north, and so he wanted to talk. So please make sure that if you don't just leave it on Facebook, if you haven't heard back from us, go to the email. We're here, we're waiting, but sometimes Facebook has a lag that we just can't afford at the Rainbow. Okay, some things are, I got to talk to somebody right now. Okay, well then that isn't going to work. But your emails pop through our thing on the regular. Okay. Look, I keep trying to adjust the computer and I'm not on the computer. Hi, Danny. I was really hoping to see you or hear from you when we were at our meeting on Tuesday. But maybe next time. Okay, so what did I want to talk about? Number one, we will be talking about depression and some things that have come up of late. But I wanted to talk about who we are. And I told you who we are. And what do? we just support the LGBT. We are not lawyers, doctors. We don't have any degrees. We're just humans that want to help humans. We do operations throughout the year to motivate the LGBT as well as to help the community that we live in and the people that are around us and doing good things. We did want to announce that we're going to go to, that's okay, kids are allowed. Kids are always allowed. What was I talking about? We wanted to announce that we will be going to one Friday live a month. Okay, and we'll let you know when that is each month. You can check out the website. We'll keep it up on Facebook. We'll let you know as we go. But we do need to bring it down to one a month now that we're doing our in-person meetings. Now, of course, that doesn't help the Philippines now, does it? And it doesn't help Canada now, does it? So we're going to do our lives after the meeting so that we can like make you feel included if you're not here, or if you're in a city far and you can't drive in. And then we'll do our once a month Friday support live, because like Amanda said, yay, so glad to see y'all. Okay, so we'll be here for you. And then of course we're going to do one hiking event or one event each month, because we're going to do hiking this month on the 20th at Paris Mountain again. Please join us. We have a fabulous day. Danny, kids are allowed. Lots of kids are allowed. Bring food. We sit, we eat, we talk, we hike, we have a great time. And then next month, I want to go bowling. Okay, it's been 2 years. Let's go bowling. And I passed by a baloney. I passed by a bowling alley today, and my brain just got so excited. And I'm like, yes, yes. So for the month of March, for our activity, it will be bowling. This month on the 20th, it will be hiking. I already have that on the newsletter that you were sent. And I think that good, Amanda, wonderful. But remember, you're far away. Now, Amanda, we talked about the next meeting will be closer to the Anderson area. I got to get with Mocha on what city we think it's going to be. Because down there, we've got Piedmont, the Fountain Inn people like you, or Simpsonville people like you, and then Anderson. There's got to be something near those three that we could centralize. That way the people from Anderson can come, the people from Simpsonville can come, and those other, you know, in a group. But me and Mocha are going to have to talk about it. My head cutting off for asking. And we tried our best, Dustin. And to all of you watching, Dustin is my little problem child from Texas. He knows and has apologized for when he does this and blows up and gets mad. His PTSD is very severe. And so we did not answer a call as soon as we should have with him. But since then, we have been in touch with him. So I do apologize if we did not service you to the level that you wanted to be. Just like I told Dustin, we have very many support groups in the world. If the rainbow isn't for you, that's totally cool. This is a volunteer organization. We're just people trying to do our best. And remember, if you have a 911 mental issue, you need to call your therapist, okay? Because the rainbow's not going to be able to help you when you're in crisis. Okay, not at all. We don't have the skills or the education. What we do is we send them to other people. Dustin, if you'd like to call me after this, I'd love to talk to you. Right now, I need to talk about depression to the other people. If there's any way that you could just give me a call when this is over. Okay, because I'm here and I'm willing to talk to you. Yeah, simple call. We have 1,200 members in the Rainbow. Please know if you're in an emergency situation, please call your therapist. Okay, there's no way when we're out of state and we're this far, can we help you in a crisis situation? We can hold your hand if you're okay. and we can get to you as soon as we can. Now, there are 1,200 of you, and there's only 3 of us right now, and we have jobs. Okay, we don't promise everything. I never did. I've done this for over 10 years, and we help quite a lot of people, but I don't solve their problems. Usually therapy and medication does. I know, right? Totally derailed. Hey, Mocha, Danny wants you to say something because she's listening to me talk. Remember her thing from last time?
Mocha Psychotic. Mocha, I'm looking at facts of depression and I'm deciding on which ones I want to use.
She's such a good teacher like that. She does do that. Yeah, we do research and stuff. I mean, we can look up stuff and try to help you. But hi, I miss you. I haven't seen you in a very long time. We need to play. Yes, and we're going hiking on the 20th, and next month we're going bowling. So, Asher, you need to think about coming. Bad. You have no idea, but I am stalking you online. And I do stalk all of you. Okay, so we'll do what we can. That's all I can tell you. Okay, so we talked about who we are. We talked about what we do or what we try to do. I'm sorry if, can't please all the people all the time, though. We announced that we're going to go to 1 live a month. We talked about hiking on the 20th and bowling. I don't know, Danny. Close, probably in Spartanburg. But no, we could do it in Greer or Taylor's, which would be between Greenville and Spartanburg. I'm not sure. But then we've got since the pandemic, we've grown an area. So really the central location would probably be Greenville, because now we've got Anderson, Piedmont, and all that, and Spartanburg and all of that. So it might be in Greenville. That we'll have to find out. Hello, Christopher. We were talking about our meeting. I know you're down in Anderson. We were talking about that. And we talked about how important it is to connect through the email if we don't get right back with you. Okay, because I can guarantee you I check that several times during the day. Danny will figure it out because there's people in Spartanburg that can pick you up and come this way. And I know the upstate is so many little cities. Bowling is fun. Hi, Jennifer. Bowling is fun. Bowling is stupid fun. Okay, now take a breath. Okay, we wanted to talk about depression because it's coming up again. And it's also coming up in the forms of people stopping talking about it. Now they're just staying home, or they're just not going, or they just call into work and nobody's talking about it. Okay, well, what I'm hearing is we're going back into that funk that I just don't want to deal with people. I'm miserable. I'm not sleeping good. My stomach's upset. I'm getting headaches again. Okay, first of all, the sun has come out. Make sure that you guys, yes, Christopher, make sure you're going outside and getting the sun. There's actually a disorder called something affective disorder. And it has to do with the sun. If you don't get enough sun, you're not getting enough vitamins, and it really does affect your mental health. Yes, it does. And the isolation, there you go, Asher. No kidding, right? Make sure that you're talking to people. I really enjoyed, we had very few people at the meeting on Tuesday for our monthly meeting. Now, of course, it's a new thing again, so that's new. Seasonal effective. Thank you, Danny. But it was so great talking to people. Like, I got to talk to Dre and I got to talk to Lee, and we all messed around with Mama, and we were trying to do the live in the car, and it really got funky. And then all of a sudden we lost Dre. Dre was there and then Dre was gone. It was just really weird. But it was nice talking to people in person. It was nice. We had a wonderful coffee. We sat outside. Now, of course, they were freezing. I was not. I don't understand that. Everybody on screen. That's for our WebEx meetings, but we've been waiting for people to request those. We have that service available. If you want a private WebEx meeting, we can do those. I could join you once a month. We could do it. We can do it with just one or a couple. You guys need to find out, like Mocha said in the beginning, you need to tell us what you want to do during the month. Now, these lives like this, they're from us to you. A WebEx is an interactive meeting. We can do those, but we need requests for those because you have to send your email to us, and then we have to send you an invite to come into the room because they are private, because we keep everything within our own self. Okay, so just let us know what you need. This is a new year. We're heading out into new territory. Let's see what we can do. We definitely want to accommodate as many people as we can in their comfort zone. If it's comfortable for you to come to a live meeting, do. If it's better for you to just come to a meeting like this to where nobody sees you and you don't even have to say anything, then that's fine. We're leaving things open for every different person because there's so many different ways to do things. So let us know what you want. We kept our email up there. You can always send it to me. Okay, back to the depression part. Got to get out and get in the sun. Yes, Christopher. Yes, and it's so much fun to get together. And then you bring food and we bring charcoal. And if you want to cook food after, you can. We ended up not doing that at first. We were just going to hike and go home. But then everybody wanted to keep hanging out. And so we're like, okay, let's bring food. And now it's turned into like a huge event. It stays all day. Everybody has a really good time. Zoom. We use WebEx until we outgrow WebEx, and we've already paid for it for a year, Asher. Okay, they got our money already. So yeah, and if you want a meeting, since I know that Asher's living far away, yes, and we're gonna go hiking and stuff. Okay, depression. I'm so ADD. Okay, we talked about depression. We talked about getting outside, make connections with people. Okay. It's hard. We don't want to. I don't really want to talk to you. And it's very hard dealing with the humans because they seem to be very grumpy of late. And they snap at you or honk at you. And it's like, okay, y'all are just stressing. I'm going to be calm with that. Thank God. Okay. So I don't know when I'll get to Spartanburg. You need to come to the mountains on the 20th. You need to come to the mountains on the 20th. Absolutely. And Texas, I wish you were closer, dude. I wish you were closer. It would be easier. It would be easier to just come over and knock on the door. You're at a disadvantage, and that's one thing that's hard being global. Now, I try to help Jen in the Philippines as much as I can, and really likes me talking, like we exchange conversations and happy birthday, and I'm glad about this. We can do what we can from afar. If I was bewitched, I'd wiggle my nose and I would go to where you are, but I don't have the ability to do that. Yeah, Danny and Asher, y'all could hang. Yeah, we just got to get together. That's all. We got to start. It used to be easier. We'd see each other places. Now we have to schedule to see because of this pandemic thing, which I know that everybody's going crazy, but please remember they're still saying it's too early to let go yet. So don't be like going back to normal already. Me too, Danny. Me too. And we talked about it at the meeting on Tuesday that we need to get out and meet more people, more happy people. Yes, I really enjoyed Thanksmas. I keep talking about that. Everybody there was just so peace, love, rock and roll. And it was just such a great day. Like nobody bitched. Nobody complained. There was no, did you see what so-and-so did? There was no negativity at all. It was just such a beautiful day. Yeah, so yeah. I'm more in Woodruff. Yeah, Woodruff is not Spartanburg, Asher. Okay, I'm a DoorDash driver. No, but here in the upstate, I thought that Malden was actually close to Spartanburg because on the map, they're really close. Just to let you know, Malden is no damn where near Spartanburg at all. No yawning. That causes things. Sarah.
It causes other people to yawn.
Yes, it does. And we can't do that on a live. So, Mama, what
Hmm.
research have you done on depression that you would like to enlighten us with?
Well, I'm cutting out everything that you've already said because the first one talks about how you can have a loss of interest in things that you normally enjoy, change in weight, difficulty sleeping, oversleeping, energy loss, feelings of worthlessness, and thoughts of death or suicide. 17.3 million adults in the United States have had at least one major depressive episode. 7.1% of that was U.S. adults. You can have a personal or family history of depression. Major life changes, trauma, stress, and certain medications can contribute to a higher risk of developing depression. We haven't really talked about that, but be careful of the medications that you are taking. See what the side effects are. I love watching stuff about medicine and that medicine treats one thing, but the list of side effects can leave you in worse shape than when you were before you started taking it.
Mhm.
One was a medication for headaches or something along the lines of that, but it could cause nausea, it could cause depression, it could cause blindness, it could cause. And I was like, why would you take it all in and read it all? Kim, you're being so loud right now.
God. Technology. I absolutely hate technology. I absolutely hate technology. Just saying.
Are we good now?
Can you hear me at all?
Oh, yes, we definitely hear you. We hear too much of you.
I can't hear you now. What the hell? Okay, say something.
We've been talking this whole time. What have you been doing?
See, this is why. And then people say things like, y'all fuck stuff up. Yeah. Yeah, have you noticed? Okay, what's wrong with the phone?
Can you not? Why did you
The
hear us
phone is
before?
thinking. Great, but I didn't ask you to do that. Why is it doing that? All right.
Dustin
carry
said
on,
he's
I'm gonna be quiet.
seasick.
Depression is a symptom of bipolar disorder. Also, if you have high highs and low lows, that could be bipolar, and you need a proper diagnosis. Yes, Amanda. Yes. I just raw dog my depression because I tried to take Lexapro and the side effects were worse. See, yes, at least you were aware of what was happening and you saw that what you were doing, the side effects made it much worse, and you were aware of that. Some people continue to take that medicine regardless of how bad it makes them feel. Not
Now,
Lexapro. I don't even know what. I'm not sure about Lexapro, but any medicine.
if you have bipolar disorder and you're on Lexapro, it's really bad. So it will cause your
Well, wait
bipolar.
a minute, though, y'all. We can't give medical advice.
No, I
Can you
just
hear
know
me?
from
Now,
experience.
wait a minute. How can you hear that, but you didn't hear anything else that I said before?
No, because
I know
I
from
just got it
experience.
to work. I know. Okay, so he's giving you his opinion on
My
a medical
opinion.
thing. Right.
So from
Because-
experience,
because-
from somebody I know that was taking Lexapro and for depression, who had bipolar, the Lexapro caused their bipolar to go off the chain, and they went crazy, ended up addicted to other drugs, and it was really, really bad. So
Well,
the
my
doctor,
point is, if you're going to a doctor, you have every right to question what they're going to give you is going to cause side effects, anything.
Mhm.
You have the ability to research and question it, and that's what my point is.
Well, the doctor told them not to take the Lexapro, and
Well,
they
yeah,
kept
always
trying
go
to
by
find it
what
from
your
somewhere
doctor
else.
says when you're taking medication. Yes, because just like Mocha said, Mocha, one of those that we drugs from a long time ago, I remember one of the side effects was anal seepage. I told my children, if I get old, don't give me that. I don't care what it cures. Okay, look at the side effects of things. Definitely.
And
But
ask
that was more
questions.
of a funny.
Always ask questions. Let me see. What did I miss off on? Danny, I think I missed off yours.
Okay, so Amanda agreed with Lee.
We haven't got down that far yet.
Okay, but Amanda did agree with Lee. Apparently that experience is mutual. But remember, we're not lawyers and we're not doctors and we don't know shit.
Yeah, it was a personal
Hi,
experience.
Michael. Sorry, Michael and Roger. I just saw your comments. Hello.
I'm glad you're laughing, Dustin.
I know he was laughing when you couldn't hear us and we were sitting here talking and you were making all kinds of noise.
And the phone was going everywhere.
I'm sorry. I try. Y'all know.
Hi, Aiden.
You know that I don't know shit about all this stuff.
Let's see. If you have a psychiatrist, I highly recommend you ask for the Genzyme testing. It will show what medications will and won't work for your body. Interesting.
I was like, whoa, that's cool. I didn't know they could do that. Okay, cool. Yeah. You can't get in the bag, Sarah.
I'm gonna write that down and see what Genzyme is.
Yeah. I've been on Lexapro. Yeah. I love it. The universe gave us little Amanda. She just all of a sudden showed up and there she is. And she's such a participatory girl.
Now, we said there was 17.3 million adults, but there are 3.2 million adolescents in the United States that have had one major depressive episode.
That's a lot of people.
13.3% of the U.S. population aged 12 to 17.
You know, but that brings it up. Like, Kim, why do you keep talking about this stuff? It's so sad because there's so many people suffering with it. Okay, then you add isolation and depression to PTSD, or you add isolation and depression to other things. Then you just have a mess. Look, Danny just gave you a website, Mocha. See, Danny's part of the team, man. If you can research, you with us. That's what we do. We research stuff. We look into stuff. We don't know everything. I don't want to know everything. My head hurts already. There's no way I can know everything. No, and we find new things every day. But I want everybody to focus on, like validating that you're not in a good space. Acknowledge that. I'm not feeling well today. And remember, it goes into remember, hurt people. So if you're in a bend, you're going to bite everybody's head off, or you're going to fall apart, or you're going to do whatever. Keep conscious of, man, I'm not feeling myself today. And then be aware when you talk to people that you're not feeling yourself today. And you might just scream at somebody. And the pandemic, we all want to scream at everybody anyway.
Now, we obviously know that anxiety and depression are closely related, but it says nearly 50% of those diagnosed with depression are also diagnosed with anxiety disorder. And depression is the leading cause of disability in the United States among people between the ages of 15 and 44.
See, I didn't know that. A
leading cause of disability. And this was back in 2019 that these facts are pulled from.
Right. So now it's even blown up now. Since the pandemic, add the 2 years.
Yep. It says women are twice as likely as men to be diagnosed. There is no one size fits all, which we have said, because what might work for you might not work for me. Let's see. In 2017, so this was this one fact was from 2017. An estimated 264 million people in the world experienced depression. It says,
I think Kim got booted.
why is that just? Let me see. I almost bite Aiden's head off every time. I'm just waiting for a few more medical records, but everything else looks good. Okay, Dustin. Yes. I used to be on a lot of different medication. That's not usual. Felt like a guinea pig, so I totally feel that. Figured out how to deal with it on my own, and it sucks like a lot of you have to go through like a trial and error process. Like you should be able to go in, tell them what your issue is, and then walk out with a fix. But depression isn't one that is an easy fix. Like it says, it's not a one size fits all. Now I did look up a few like tips that you can use to help combat and maybe fight depression. The first one is very important, and it's kind of like where we started with our month of the word of intention. It says, meet yourself where you are. Depression is common. It affects millions of people, including some in your life. You may not realize that they face similar challenges, emotions, and obstacles. But the key to self-treatment for depression is to be open, accepting, and loving towards yourself and what you're going through. The first step, which we said was love yourself, is where a lot of us mess up, because you start by telling yourself how bad of a person you are, and you down talk and you criticize every little thing that you did. Well, in order to get rid of what you're feeling and be at peace with what's happening, is you have to love yourself first. You have to be accepting of what's happening. You have to be open. Open is big. Open isn't being, oh, hey, how are you today? Oh, I'm fine. That's not being open. Open is saying what is giving your issues, like what is troubling you, what's laying on your chest, what's burdening you. Number 2, if you need to wallow, but do so constructively. Suppressing your feelings and emotions may seem like a strategic way to cope with the negative symptoms of depression, but this technique is ultimately unhealthy. If you're having a down day, have it. Let yourself feel the emotions, but don't stay there. I like to write it. I have a diary, and whenever I do feel certain thoughts, good, bad, sadness, I always write it down in my journal. Might not work for you, but after I write it and I can see my words on paper, the feelings seem to go out with it. Number 3, know that today isn't indicative of tomorrow. Today's moods, emotions, or thoughts don't belong to tomorrow. If you are unsuccessful at getting out of bed or accomplishing your goals today, remember that you haven't lost tomorrow's opportunity to try again. One of my favorite quotes from a TV show is, it was in a case of bullying where a girl, her nude photos got leaked to the whole school. Her best friend was right beside her when it happened. And yeah, that friend did not stick up for the friend who nudes went everywhere. And that friend was having a bad time. Why would people call me while I'm on Facebook?
Oh, that's what happened.
People call me while I'm on Facebook.
Well, I wanted to say,
why would people call me?
Like, Aiden, I read what you wrote.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I can't see you. Aiden, I wanted to talk to you while we have this little technical difficulty.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
You kind of are a guinea pig, but I don't want you to give up hope. And I'm going to tell you from my personal experience, not that I'm
all messed up now.
Not that I know. My wife, I had a wife for a long time. She was manic depressive bipolar. What do I know about manic depressive bipolar and medication is that you have to continually change. You know, your hormones change, things change. So the medicine that did work might not work. that sounds like, whoa, I just got tired of doing it, so I'm not doing it. I'm doing it on my own. Aiden, as long as you're handling it and your boat's above water, great. But don't not take medication because it got too frustrating. Remember, the goal is to feel good. If you're good and you're handling life, good. But I don't want you to just give up and float on your own somewhere, because it sounds like that could be bad. You know, you could be, like Mocha said, tearing yourself apart. If I should be able to handle this, this should be, you know, this is dumb, whatever. No, it's what you're going through. So please don't give up on medication and your doctors. You know, if you need help, it does take time though. My wife and I had a tough time with medication. It would be on medication, and then 6 months later we have to change the medication, and then 3 months later have to change the medication. We did that for 10 years. Okay, and they changed all the time. But I know what you said about feeling like a guinea pig. But the only thing is, whatever makes us feel better, whatever makes us be able to handle life. So as long as you're hanging, I'm good with it. If not, we need to talk. Okay, I'm done.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, because whoever, I'm not going to say their name, but I know y'all are watching this. I don't understand why you call me while I'm on live.
If
You
that's
just
Jacob,
screwed my whole sound up on my
Did you
phone,
call-
but I'm
did
going
you
to handle
call-
it right after the live.
Okay.
So, where was I?
You were on number 4, I think. I mean, you've already done number 3.
Let's see. Yeah, so I stopped on know that today isn't indicative about tomorrow. So give yourself the grace to accept that while some days will be difficult, some days will also be great. Try
Are
to
you
look
picking up
forward to tomorrow's fresh start.
Mocha, you've got like a double
An
thing.
echo.
Yeah.
I know. I told you that person who called my phone has messed up my sound.
Jacob, you're in trouble.
It ain't Jacob.
Okay, whoever you are.
I haven't talked to Jacob in a minute.
Okay, well, whoever you are, calling Mocha. No.
So I like number 5. This one says, do the opposite of what the depression voice suggests. The negative thought, irrational voice in your head may talk you out of self-help. However, if you can learn to recognize it, you can learn to replace it. Use logic as a weapon. Address each thought individually as it occurs. If you believe an event won't be fun or worth your time, say it to yourself. You might be right, but it'll be better than just sitting here for another night. You may soon see the negative isn't always realistic, and that it'll switch your mindset. You always want to try, we always say proactive. Proactive doesn't always have to be positive, but proactive is better than being reactive. And if you notice the negative tendencies, you'll start to pick up the pattern and be able to stop them as
And
sooner
it takes
you recognize
time.
them.
It takes time to recognize bad behavior. And by the way, Mocha, I think it's really cool you're reading that stuff from research. And we do that. We do that. See, I know. It took me 2.5 years to get mine. Yeah, okay, so Danny's talking to Dustin. Cool deal.
We say
You
this
have
one
an
all the
echo,
time.
too.
It says number 6. It says set attainable goals. Let's see. A lengthy to-do list may be so weighty that you'd rather do nothing at all. Instead of compiling a long list of tasks, consider setting 1 or 2 smaller goals. For example, don't clean the whole house, just take out the trash. Don't do all the laundry that's piled up, just sort the piles by color. Don't clear out your entire email inbox, just address any time-sensitive messages. When you've done a small thing, set your eyes on another small thing, and then another. This way you have a list of tangible achievements and not an untouched to-do list.
I don't know where that noise is coming from.
Number 7, reward your efforts. That's a big one. We always forget to reward yourself. All goals are worthy of recognition, and all successes are worthy of celebration. When you achieve a goal, Do your best to recognize it. You may not feel like celebrating with a cake or confetti, but recognizing your own successes can be a very powerful weapon against depression's negative weight. The memory of a job well done may be especially powerful against negative talk and overgeneralization.
Correct. And it will also help to keep you motivated to do more.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, sorry, not OCD, ODD, oppositional defiance disorder. Oh. That's just you want to say no. Go here, no. Do this, no. Take this, no.
That's that negative thought.
No, but there's a disorder for it. Oppositional defiance. There's a thing. Like they say, like in high school, those kids that like blew up and blew out, that's what they were doing. They're just defying everything. But you'd have to look that up because I really don't know.
It says do something you enjoy, which can be very hard to do when you're depressed. Depression can push you to give into your fatigue. It may feel more powerful than happy emotions. Try to push back and do something you love, something that's relaxing but energizing. It could be playing an instrument, painting, hiking, hint, hint,
Hiking.
or biking. These activities can provide subtle lifts that lift your mood and energy, which may help you overcome your symptoms. You can also do things like listening to music, spending time in nature, spending time with friends or loved ones, or trying something new entirely. When you do the same thing day after day, you use the same parts of your brain. You can challenge your neurons and alter your brain chemistry by doing something entirely different. Research also shows doing new things can improve your overall well-being and strengthen your social relationships. To reap these benefits, consider trying a new sport, taking a creative class, or learning something new. I love how it says your brain, you use the same parts of your brain every day if you do something, the same thing each time. And I never thought of it that way. I love this one. And for those of you that are watching this and that are local, volunteering. We say it all the time. The big thing about what we take away from Operation ELF when we hand out stuff to the homeless is the feeling that we get when we do it. You get that feeling in most volunteer situations. Knock out a few birds with one stone. Spending time with other people and doing something new by volunteering and giving your time to someone or something else. You may be used to receiving help from friends, but reaching out and providing help may actually improve your mental health more. Bonus, people who volunteer experience physical benefits too. This includes a reduced risk of hypertension. You can also use this as a great way to practice gratitude, which is that feeling that we have at the end of doing something good. When you do something you love, or even when you find a new activity you enjoy, you may be able to boost your mental health more by taking time to be thankful for it. Research shows that gratitude can have lasting positive effects on your overall mental health. What's more, writing down your gratitude, including writing notes to others, can be particularly meaningful. That's about with the diary and the journal. When you, even if it's prioritizing your daily task, writing it down doesn't seem like it does that much difference, but it really does. You should see my desk at work. When I have a million tasks, you'll see mountains and mountains of sticky notes.
Yeah.
But with the sticky notes, I can prioritize, and all of those tasks can get handled because I have it down, written on paper, and writing it also helps you memorize like what you're writing down and helps you keep it in the back of your mind.
And I have to tell you guys too, and this is like me sharing personal shit. Sometimes you can get into a place to where you just don't want to do anything. So I do my sticky note list, and you can talk to some Rainbow members that know that I put stupid stuff on there like litter box, take out the trash, make sure that you clean the sink in the bathroom. Okay. And I'll put them on a list. And then as I go through my thing, I check them off.
Mhm.
Okay. And it sounds dumb. You're like, those are so stupid, Kim. No, it gives me some, like, if it's in my head, it might get lost. But if I put it on the paper, I can look at it. I can also, like Mocha said, I can reward myself when I'm done with my list. If I can't get to one thing today, I can put it on my list for tomorrow. Okay, but I literally, everybody knows, if you could see my office, I have sticky notes on sticky notes. Because that's how it works. So whatever you can do to motivate yourself, to reward yourself, is fine. No matter if it looks silly to do it, because it's not.
Mhm.
That's all I had to say.
This next one says, what you eat and drink can also affect how you feel. It's another thing most people don't really think about. There's no magic diet that will treat depression, but what you put into your body can have a real and significant impact on the way you feel. Eating a diet rich in lean meats, vegetables, and grains may be a great place to start. Try to limit stimulants like caffeine, coffee, and soda, and depressants like alcohol. Some people also feel better and have more energy when they avoid sugar, preservatives, and processed foods. If you have the means, consider meeting with a doctor or registered dietitian for guidance. But for me, I've tried knocking out, I used to eat a bacon biscuit from Bojangles and some hash browns on the way to work. Well, now I only eat fruit and sometimes some vegetables. I don't really like eating vegetables in the morning. Vegetables more like a lunch thing. But I love eating cantaloupe and honeydew and grapes, pineapples, apples in the morning. FYI, apples are really good, tasty thing to have in the morning that will also give you energy. One apple is like the equivalent to 1 or 2 cups of coffee. I still have my coffee because we won't even be at work without coffee, but we'll have some fruit while we're there. Let's see. Now, we did talk about oversleeping and not enough sleep. This one talks about getting enough sleep can also have a noticeable effect. Sleep disturbances are common with depression. You may not sleep well, or you may sleep too much. Both can make depression symptoms worse. Aim for 8 hours of sleep per night. Try to get in a healthy sleeping routine. If you stay up all night and then you sleep all the next day, and then you try to stay up to try to get back on the first shift schedule, you're just putting your body in a free spin, and it's kind of hard to get back into a routine of like sleeping and eating. And if you want to go down the path of reaching your full potential, you have to get in habits that are going to work best for you in the end. Health, mental, physical, all of the above. And let's see, what was that last one?
You said 8 hours? I couldn't tell you the last time I got 8
So
hours.
this one was the last fact on my list before we close. And I was hoping y'all could help me with this one because I was a little confused. It says depression is a major contributor to the overall global burden of disease. What could that mean?
Drug abuse?
Depression is a major contributor to the overall global burden of disease.
I mean, it could be drug abuse, it could be obesity, it could be a couple things.
Where's Amanda at?
Amanda. Are you
Amanda,
in
we
here
need
still?
some help.
She has children. She's probably gone. We've been rambling, but
Depression can cause more problems in your body. Yes, very so. Very much so. But I hope that each of you could take away something. I know out of that list, I took 3 or 4 things that I may have known about, but I didn't really put 2 and 2 together or think about.
Aiden and Asher are way on point, and are you reading what they're writing? Are you getting it before I did or whatever? And Amanda, there's 3 of them at the end. Aiden, Asher, and Amanda, they are on the page. I wanted to say that before Mama says goodbye.
I saw
Did you
Aiden's.
read
Let me
it?
see, Asher. It's saying depression causes most of the issues we have in this world. See, that's what I thought. When you're depressed, you're likely to engage in negative habits that affect your health. Yes,
So-
it's like a snowball effect.
It causes diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, kidney disease, HIV, AIDS, lupus, and multiple sclerosis.
I will say I am a diabetic, and when I have my depressed moments, my blood sugar is out of control. There's no getting it in order. There's no dealing with it until I deal with my depression first. And I can't cure my depression, but I can soothe it. I can cope with it. I can knock certain things down that make it less heavy. And
Christopher, the
so that
only
list
thing that
of
you can
what Lee said, that makes complete sense. I don't want to agree, but yeah, if you have underlying health conditions, depression is not one that you want to add on top of it because it's not going to work very well together.
Christopher, the best thing that the Rainbow does for people is we're there to listen and we guide them to what they need. You can get him out of the house if you can, but depressive people like to stay in. The only thing you can do is suggest to come out. I mean, really, and to talk. But when you're depressed, you don't want to talk. So, Turk, sex, eating, yes, Asher, yes. Remember, hurt people, and sometimes hurt people self-sabotage to hurt themselves. Think about that. Like,
And remember what we said
sometimes-
about do the opposite of what the depression voice suggests. Because it's going to continue to want to think negatively. And you have to do the opposite of what that's telling you to do. It's telling you to stay in the house. It's telling you not to go outside. It's telling you not to meet the girls that you want to talk to. It's going to keep you locked away in darkness so it can have its way with you. That's how it goes. Depression
Correct.
does not have
Correct.
your best intentions first. And that's where we have to strive to battle it. Is yes, you have to find that balance, but you have to put your mental health and your physical health first.
Always.
I would tell
Always.
your friend Christopher, show him some of the things that we've talked about. Tell him think negative. Tell him not to think negatively. Oh my God. Tell him you have to learn. Your brain does the same thing every day. I love that. It says when you are stuck in a rut, your brain just uses the same part of the brain each time. Do something new, and the effects will come with it. The good effects.
I love this. Aiden and Asher, y'all rock. Okay, Christopher, make sure you read in the comments because they're talking to you. And I know those two, and they definitely have an opinion on depression. I don't want to divulge too much, but have swam in that pond, and they know. You can help him that way. I think this is beautiful. Together we can change the world, y'all. Together we can lessen the suffering of others. And see, Dustin, it wasn't just Kim you had to talk to. You got to talk to Danny. She's a member of the Rainbow. And that's beautiful. And then Asher and Aiden have been talking to Christopher. See, that's how it works. Kim and Mocha and Lee, we usually don't know shit. Okay, for real. We do the best we can. I want people to be helping other people a lot. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. Yeah, and we're also promoting for the new high school in North Carolina that's actually a sober high school for kids in recovery. The Rainbow will never suggest drugs as an outlet to make you feel better. Ever. Ever. I'll never do that. We deal with addicts all the time, and some of them are not doing well. So we like, isn't there a banner? We need to do something for drug addiction. Isn't there one on here?
Yep.
Okay, so find it. Put it on there. Yeah, no. I will never, ever suggest using drugs or alcohol as a way to feel better. It's not. It's a way to self-sabotage. It's a way to make things worse for you in the end. And I know that sounds so uncool, doesn't it? Reality and grown up is awful. Okay, because I have a lot of friends, and the Rainbow has a lot of Rainbow members that suffer with addiction and alcoholism. And so we would never, ever, ever suggest drugs for that. Ever.
All right. So the next time you will see us is. Trying to take all this off.
Very nice, Asher. Yep, look at you in your happy rainbow calendar. So the next time we're gonna
I'm
get
surprised
together
why
is
would it have President's Day, but it ain't even going to notate Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
well, that's kind of like whatever. Monday's gonna come and go, and for all of you that are suffering, I'm sorry. Please remember it's a love day, so love your neighbor, love your cat, love your dog, love your car, love whatever the hell you want to. Okay, so don't worry about it. Yeah, my anniversary from my first marriage was the day after Valentine's Day. Don't do that. Don't get married near a holiday, because then when you're not together anymore for that holiday, that's all you're going to think about. It's just not good. There's some more adult words of wisdom. So on the 20th, we're going to go hiking again. On the next month in March, we're going to go bowling. If you would like a WebEx meeting, you need to email to the rsgsc@gmail.com and let us know what you need, and we'll see if we can't schedule one of those. Is that it?
I think so.
Look at my face. I got all serious.
If you need our emails, that's the best way to contact us. Let me see what comments.
And remember, some of these conversations we have more casually in person. Remember, online, we are global. We need to be careful of what we're talking about. Okay, so these are different than our in-person meetings and our WebEx meetings. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about in a WebEx meeting or in person. But on the internet, we have to kind of keep it. We are a 501c3, and we have to protect what we have. So be easy. Stay between the lines. Color in the lines. Just remind them to take slow steps. Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm in love with you too very much. I'm hugging you tight. See? Oh, God, I love you guys. See, we need you. We need you. Don't you go anywhere. Don't you go anywhere. We need you. And once everybody gets out of all this pandemic-y stuff and we do more, we're going to need peeps. Okay, we've all been by ourselves in our house. Now it's time to get together. And getting together is the best way to do stuff. And then you can see it's so much better. I like in person. Plus, you can tell stupid jokes.
I'm down with that too. If anybody needs a meeting, I'm down to go for those too.
You just let us know, and then we'll schedule it and we'll get there together. To not you, either way. Oh, Danny. I love the rainbow. May the rainbow live forever. May the rainbow live forever. And may we continue to meet people and help people as we go. This whole thing, this little thing, is there any way we can copy that? I mean, I just don't want to put it in a file. This is just so much love on here. It's like gross, but it's really good. It's really good. It's a lot of love and sharing and caring, and I love that. I don't personally know you, but I love you. I love you, Danny. L'chaim. Yeah.
Well, I believe we have reached the end of our live.
We have.
That does not mean we have to end the conversation though, because our email is always open, and we would love to hear what you have to say, good and bad. And I do have
On
to make
topic,
a point
usually.
on that. Don't be afraid to tell us something that either you were upset about or something that makes you angry, whether it's us or you just want to vent. You can talk to us about it.
Yeah, but I really just remember you're yelling at me though. Okay, don't give them permission to vent. They only vent to me, and they just yell at me.
You're the one who
No.
opens your personal box. You're supposed to just refer to the email.
Mhm.
I know, but if they need me, I'm trying to be here.
My
that's
email's
that's
open.
all I know. Yeah, that's all I know how to do. Yeah, I know, and inflation's going to get worse, so hang on. If you want to talk economics, send me an email. Okay, really, I've got some shows you should watch. Okay, yeah, the end is coming. Hang on. Buy assets, houses, and property. Did y'all hear me? I know, right? I don't know where
Right.
that came in. We need to stay on task.
No politics.
Right, what are we doing?
Mm-mm.
Okay, that can be in private. Politics and religion. My mother said you don't talk about those two things.
Mm-mm. Politics, religions, and other
and
people's fights.
right. Well, we don't do that anyway. Plus, I've never yelled at you about my issues. No, my love. No, you haven't. Others have. No, and that's so funny. You remember me. I will meet you anywhere for the rest of your life. Yeah, I remember that. Yep, we went to the park to see you and to pull you back from the ledge. And here you are. Absolutely. I love the rainbow. May the rainbow live forever. Look, a little unicorn, dude. Cool. We like unicorns.
All right. Well, I guess y'all will see us. Make sure y'all
Hugging
come
you.
hiking with us.
Absolutely, on the 20th. Asher, Aiden, get your ass to the park on the 20th. And Amanda, bring the babies. Come. And bring food. We'll bring the fire. That's Lee and my charcoal. I'm not doing the fire. I'm bringing the charcoal. Lee does the fire. You bring the food for you and your family or whoever you bring. Remember,
Bring gloves.
We pay for everybody to get in. All you have to do is bring you as many guests as you want, as many kids as you want, and whatever you want to eat and drink. And then we just hang out in the woods all day. It's really great. And you don't have to do anything. Like, we sit around. We get up there at 11 and then we just stay, and you can leave whenever you want to or stay as long as you want to. Now, usually we hike first and then we eat after. Nope. He did bring the microwave to Thanksmas, but I actually got to adopt the microwave. So the microwave is now in my kitchen and my dead microwave is gone. So no, we're not taking my microwave to the woods anymore. But it was a great idea. But come Thanksmas. But hopefully this year we'll be able to have it in a home by November and December. Till 3. You mean hiking? All the way. I mean, we stay until they close, and I think they close at sundown, like around 6:30. I mean, really, just come. Or tell your boss you're sick. See, that's where we're going. You need to come. Man, let me tell you, it'll make your body feel good. it'll make your brain feel good. And we just hang out and sit in chairs and just do nothing. And that was Thanksmas. Look at all the peeps. And everybody got a hat and all kinds of food. Oh, Tessa's mom made that. Angela had that made for us. And that was our very first Thanksmas cake. Awesome. Awesome. It was so great. It was so great. I can't wait, but we need to get through summer and we need to have some pride. So I'm not really in a hurry to get to Thanksmas, but I'm looking forward to it. Whoa, what is all this? Dustin.
Where's Brandon at tonight?
I don't know what state he's in now.
Forgot about all these old pictures.
I don't know what to say. We try to stay on task because we're so ADD. We had a great Thanksmas. Pumpkin pie. Oh my God, I love pumpkin pie. Dustin, I'm so sorry that we don't make you happy, dude. And you keep putting stuff up there. We weren't talking about taxes or inflation or anything else. We were talking about depression. And then I don't know how to make you happy, dude. I'm trying. I've been trying for months. But here in the upstate, all depends on who you talk to, I guess. I try my best. And like Aiden said, if you would like, there's Lee's fire. If you would like to talk about inflation and stuff, you can private message him. And he was down to talk about it, he said. Okay. But during the live, we really wanted to focus on depression because we got a lot of people having a really hard time. So that was our focus. And we really tried to avoid any external conversations as much as possible. So I'm sorry if you have any advice on depression, we'd love to take it.
Hope to all meet you here. This will be on the 20th. Let us know if you're coming. That way we can also expect you and wait for you. Because if we don't know you're
coming, and we kind of
need
to do that because of the
on
office.
the trail.
Right, but we also need to do that because of the lady at the desk.
Oh, and that too, yeah.
Right, if they tell us they're coming, then when I get there, I can say, okay, I'm paying for 12 or I'm paying for 5.
Yeah. All right, y'all. It's time to say goodbye. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I can't wait to see some of y'all in person.
I know, right? I'm so excited. We're coming back out slowly. Still, y'all wear your mask. I know nobody is, but I am. And wash your hands and do your stuff like you're supposed to. Don't cough in people's faces.
Yep. All right. Bye,
okay, well, we
y'all.
can do that next time, Dustin. If you have some ideas for what's coming for these people, a lot of them are younger and they don't know, send me an email. Let's talk about it, and we'll set it up for our next meeting. Okay? It might be something important. Yes, it is. Oh, I can't wait to see y'all. Y'all better be there on the 20th. Remember, that's our time to get together. So come if you can. That would be great. All right, I guess we're going to say